Rahul Gandhi has decided to fight from Raebareli. He has quit the contest against Amethi from Amethi. The big question we ask is this a pivot point in the general elections in our country, a pivot point for the Congress and a pivot point in the way the grand old party is going to perform in the future years? Rishabh, make us understand, why is this moment so important in the history of politics in our country?
The exact importance of this day, the 3rd of May, is now going to have to be reflected upon the Congress in the future, students of political history in this country. It might be a very, very significant day, or it might not matter at all. But all logic and reaction tells you that this is a pivotal moment. Ladies and gentlemen, in every battle that is taking place, it doesn't make a difference what that field of battle might be. It might be the sports field, it might be an IPL match, it might be a soccer match, it might be a test match, or it could be a warfare on an open battlefield. Oftentimes, there is one thing that happens, and leadership is very important, captaincy is very important in all of these realms. So oftentimes there comes a pivot point where the battle is won or lost, where other than a close fight or a draw or even a defeat, when something shifts and it can potentially turn into a rout. We don't know yet if today is that day. Voters will decide in a week, 10 days time, and of course we'll know the results very, very shortly. But all instinct now tells you that this is a pivot point. I want you to think of all the great battles, the Napoleonic battles, the World War II battles. When there is a general on the field, the captain on the field, who's meant to be leading the field, when that general or captain makes a pivotal decision regarding his position in the field of battle, it would only be naive to think that it only impacts himself and a particular area of the battle. Actually, it has an impact on the turnout of the entire battle, maybe the turnout of the entire war. So in the best case scenario for the Congress party, the decision on Amethi and Raebareli affects only Amethi and Raebareli. There are 2 seats. If we were discussing a seat out of Karnataka, or discussing a seat out of Delhi, or discussing a seat out of any other seat from UP, we would be discussing the local contests. It could be just that. Or most likely, it's a fundamental pivot point of something that has changed. Now, I want you to think about Sanjay Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi himself, multiple times winners. I think barring one year BJP win before Smriti Irani, there was another small period of under the Janata Party, but beyond that, it's been a Congress seat for forever. Now, the Congress is going to contest this seat, but Rahul Gandhi is choosing not to contest it. There's no way to sugarcoat it. There's no way to dismiss the fact that the party did not want him to contest Amethi. Yes, they did. The ally, Akhilesh, wanted him to put a fight in Amethi. The BJP is already having a field day and is going to have a field day. I don't know how the Congress is going to twist it around to say that the PM left Gandhinagar and contested Varanasi. He won Gandhinagar, also won Varanasi. And when he came out as the general, he came out with a roar. He won all of India. So when you are in a fort, and Amethi should have been a bastion, it's a fort. When you're in a fort, and as the general you're leaving the fort, you're either leaving the fort to take the fight to the opposition and bring a big victory, or you're leaving the fort because you're afraid it's about to be captured or besieged, and it's a rout. So, to answer your question, I believe that this is going to be a pivot point, that this is not just about impacting one seat or two seats in Amethi and Raebareli, that this is going to have a fingerprint and a footprint across what's left of the general election. Whether that is an energetic, impactful, joyous, re-energizing footprint for the Congress or a total disaster, we will find out very shortly. But it is going to have an impact, and I think May 3rd will be one of the days. The significance of today cannot be understated, and it's obvious the significance and the stakes were very high, which is why they waited till the 11th hour, literally till the morning on the last day of nominations closing, to make this decision. It's for the Congress, of course, to explain and justify this and convince people that this was done because of strategic and practical interests. But the baseline, what does it look like? It looks like Smriti Irani came from the Bharatiya Janata Party. She fought a battle in Amethi. She defeated you. You knew it was trouble, which is why you went to Wayanad. Not exactly a son of the soil in Wayanad, but you went and fought there. You won from there. You fought against in Wayanad, and you did not announce your candidature for anywhere in UP while you were fighting in Wayanad. Once the Wayanad voter had already voted, then on the 11th hour, you chose not to take on Smriti Irani personally, despite the advice of your party members, despite the advice of your allies, and you chose to go to a different seat. I'll just make one caveat here, which needs to be made. Raebareli is a different connotation. Sonia Gandhi not contesting is a different matter. She's of a certain age, and everybody who knows that her health is no longer in a position where she can be an active person doing rallies and road shows and speeches, which let's be human enough to understand that there are practical health considerations on these matters as well. But that is for Sonia Gandhi. To the best of our knowledge, that does not apply to Rahul Gandhi. So a pivotal moment, I think yes.
Okay, but you think on the other side, when the argument is proposed that this is a pragmatic view and a decision that has been taken by the Congress. Also another view that while the Congress right now is down on its knees and perhaps waiting for the right opportunity, and a theory being put out that after the Modi wave moves out, it is then again going to be the chance of the Congress and Rahul Gandhi perhaps.
Those who fight and run away live to fight another day. It's an English aphorism, and if that was being discussed in Congress quarters or amongst Rahul Gandhi's advisors or himself considering, we don't know, it could be. There are enough arguments for both sides. So either it is exactly a genius move, a very practical move, that we are not in the best footing in Uttar Pradesh. It's a waste of time and energy for Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi, who has tried to reinvent himself. This is not the same Rahul Gandhi of 2019. You know, the Congress says that nobody else has done yatras in our time. That's not true. Annamalai has done a yatra. Jagan has done a yatra, both effective ones, but not at the scale at which the Congress has done with Rahul, from south to north and east to west. The Congress, to give them credit, at least have had an agenda. They've got the caste card back. They're playing the Muslim Mandal minority politics again. Some people might find that distasteful. Some people might disagree with, but for a lot of people, caste is an important issue. For some people, Agniveers might be an important issue. For some people, they might feel that, yes, jobs are crucial. So a few of the puzzle pieces have been better thought out. But when it boils down, after a point, Megha, in politics, there is very little room for subtlety. It's very in your face. And in your face this was your home seat, your mother's, your father's, your uncle's bastion you held for generations. You've not lost. There's a dignity in defeat. You've chosen not to contest. And you can try to sugarcoat that, but it's not easy to sugarcoat. So yes, there is some logic in saying, if you bring in Priyanka Gandhi, she might overshadow Rahul. Let's wait another 5 years, because eventually a time will come when Narendra Modi will have had his time. And this is his time, so there's no point fighting against the tide to our embarrassment. It's time to conserve our strength, to plot and plan for the future, because we are in our 50s, we still have another 2-3 decades left in politics, so let's plan for the future. You can understand the subtlety of the argument, but in the here and now, in this election, Manmohan Singh, himself made this quotation in Parliament, quoting a Frenchman, in the long run, we're all dead. So if you just keep planning for the long run and don't think of tomorrow and next month, a lot of damage can happen. So yes, you can argue it both ways, and either way, and which is the premise of this conversation, either way, either as a genius turnaround for the Congress or as a point of capitulation, today is probably one of the biggest pivot points of this election.
An interesting analysis and way of viewing things. Himanshu, but how do you view this? Especially when as soon as the decision came of Rahul Gandhi then filing his nomination, an announcement has been made. And the BJP, mind you, in a direct attack, training guns on Rahul Gandhi. They were waiting for this moment. And the Prime Minister comes, as was expected, and telling Rahul, please don't be afraid. Please don't be fearful of the BJP. Now, this is obviously, the opportunity has fallen in the laps of the BJP and they are going to milk it to the hilt.
Yes, they are going to milk it, it's all right. But that's all political talk. More than that, the first reaction of mine was, it was pragmatic. Because when you compare the two constituencies, you will find Raebareli more conducive for a Congress win than Amethi. So that's one thing. But what Rishabh was saying, it's a pivotal point. Yes, I do believe it is a pivotal point. The 3rd of May today. More than Amethi being uncontested, you have to add Rahul contesting Raebareli, the Virasat being passed on. So the party, grand old party, more than 100 years, is having their own existential crisis. That is the way I look at it. And that's why it's pivot. They'll bide their time, they'll come back, what Rishabh said, Yes, in history, things have happened this way. It may happen again in Bharat. But then, whether it will happen in Bharat or it will happen in India is a question. Right now, what we are seeing is, by this one step, an indication is very clearly given by this party that they are in the mode of preservation. Whatever they have, they will preserve it dearly and not go for anything else. This is what I find. And this is important. This will turn around the elections in a sense that first 2 rounds have been done and majority of the southern part of the country has already voted, 3 bigger states. Now what is left is a majority of the northern states and something in central. So in such a scenario, Congress has given an indication they are quitting and they are in their existential crisis. You do not have to forget one more thing, there is a sibling rivalry which is thriving in the party. That's simmering to come out. Yes, to the good fortune, right now the good sense has prevailed.
Okay.
And mother has had a say.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, Himanshu, fair enough. I'm going to invite Ashpreet Singh Khadial, the Congress spokesperson. All the focus right now, all the criticism, eyebrows are being raised. There is chastising that is happening from all quarters, political parties, the BJP, political pundits, wondering if this was a safe decision that has been taken by the Congress. Is it pragmatic? Is this again, shot in the foot for the Congress? And, the larger question, in the 75 years of independence of our country, the last 10 have been ruled by the BJP. And prior to that, it has been, the country general elections have been a bastion of the Gandhis, a bastion of the Congress. And I don't see, if you compare it to the elections in the United States of America, you have the Democrats and the Republicans. Now, there, the equation is much more, parallelly drawn. This is much more closely fought elections, closely fought contests. Now, here you see the Congress of Nehru and Indira versus the Congress of Rahul and Sonia and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra completely falling apart. and being torn down by the BJP, is there a likelihood that the Congress will ever come to the strength that it once was under Nehru and Indira?
Thank you very much for the question. First and foremost, the announcing of the candidature of Rahul Gandhi ji has proven out to be a surgical strike on the Bharatiya Janata Party. Therefore, their leaders are being anxious about it, they are being nervous about it, and they know that the Congress party, that the India Alliance is going to be ousting the Bharatiya Janata Party's government, and the Nafrat ki dukaan is going to be shut once and for all, like it's been done in Himachal, Karnataka, Telangana, and now it will happen in Centre very soon. Number two, I want to put forth points rebutting what the Bharatiya Janata Party. It's given, it's very, very clear that one, they are not going to be able to sleep today. And for the next couple of days, it will be very difficult for them to campaign against Mr. Gandhi because of the energy that he has, because of the responsibility and the duty that he feels towards the constituents and the things that he wants to do for the people of India. First and foremost is that Rai Bareli, they say, why are you contesting from Rai Bareli? I want to tell them first and foremost that Rai Bareli is not just Sonia Gandhi ji's seat. It has also been Indira Gandhi ji's seat. And it's not about, that ki aapka parivar Amethi hai, not just Amethi. From north to south, from east to west, every single constituency, every single constituent is a member of our family, considers Rahul Gandhi ji a member of those that BJP ka jo
Can't hear, my friend. Can't hear.
Ashpreet, I will request you to halt because you're sitting in the car and your internet connection is flaky. It's unstable. I'll get back to him. I'll ask my guest team to get back to him and ask him to just halt his car, and then we can have this discussion. All right, Mukesh Tyagi, BJP spokesperson, let's hear it from you. While all the criticism is coming out against the Congress and Rahul Gandhi, the Prime Minister today said that Rahul Gandhi must not fear the BJP wave that is taken over not just the entire country but particularly in Amethi. Now, I'm going to call this a battle of politicians and political parties. At the end of the day, the likelihood of Rahul Gandhi winning from Rai Bareli is much higher than it is from Amethi. And fighting the election from Wayanad also hopefully secures a seat for Rahul Gandhi. Now, it is an election, a win is a win. It is appreciative to, if you take a look at the other side of the story, that you have played your cards well. The cards that have been dealt to you, you're playing them, and you've decided that this is a more pragmatic, intelligent argument to put forth, that an election from Rai Bareli has a higher chance for Rahul Gandhi to win versus Amethi. And what's wrong in that?
Megha, I think I have a serious disagreement with the previous deliberations that this is a pivotal moment. It is not a pivotal moment. As a matter of fact, Mr. Rahul Gandhi's diabolic personality stands exposed. He waited for Wayanad election to happen on 26th of April, and then he was waiting, what is my situation out there? And if he's comfortable, he would have taken a different position. He premeditated this move that in case I'm not able to win whatever the ground reports are coming, then I will move to safe best. And actually, in front of Smriti Irani, obviously he didn't have a much political capital to face Smriti Irani. So he decided to go to a weaker, maybe stronger bastion right now to Rai Bareli. Now, it's not a matter of Rahul Gandhi winning or losing. Rahul Gandhi is one of the tall leaders of India Gathbandhan. Now, if he is reflecting this diabolic, this dual standards, what will happen to the rest of the phases, which is going to happen very soon? And so you think Rahul Gandhi's conduct will not be discussed? This man cannot be trusted, cannot be relied upon. He is a pure opportunist. He's waiting for the right time to come. Now he goes to a safer bastion goes to Raebareli, which was never actually his fiefdom. May Sonia Gandhi had, Indira Gandhi had also lost against Raj Narayan in 80s. Their situation, you don't think it's not explosive. Amethi and Raebareli are adjoining area, and Smriti Irani's influence also percolates in Raebareli. So the collective impact of Mr. Modi, Smriti Irani, and the entire might of Bharatiya Janata Party, I'm very sure Rahul Gandhi will lose not only his. In case there were some positive prospects in rest of the phases the election is going to happen, he might have a very detrimental impact on those.
So you do agree that Raebareli is a safer seat for Rahul Gandhi. The likelihood, the chances of him winning from that seat are much higher, much more likely. Also, the fact that you mentioned about how he's playing opportunistic politics. Which politician is not opportunistic?
No. What I'm trying to say is, he kept on creating this smoke screen drama. Who will contest from Amethi and Raebareli? What I'm trying to say, actually, it is going to damage his prospects in Raebareli also, because Smriti Irani's influence will also percolate on the electorates in Raebareli. They are adjoining districts. So it's going to. And secondly, Indira Gandhi, when there was election between Medak and Raebareli, she chose Medak. So today, Raebareli constituents are not very confident. Suppose he wins the Wayanad, will he leave Raebareli as an orphan and do nothing what he did, nothing for Amethi?
You talk about the smoke screen that has allegedly been created by Rahul Gandhi in Congress for delaying up until the last day to file his nomination to name the candidate from Raebareli and Amethi. But at the same time, what Congress's argument is that we have been able to gain traction of the people. All the attention has been on Rahul Gandhi, on Congress, on Raebareli and on Amethi. So this is all good for the Congress. Right now, nobody is talking about Ab Ki Baar 400 Par. Nobody is talking about the questions that have been raised about wealth distribution and inheritance. The focus is on Amethi and Raebareli and specifically Rahul Gandhi.
You see, he is creating a sensational, typical yellow journalism. When you read about yellow journalism, most of the eyeballs go there, but does not mean they trust that story. So this is a sensational moment. It's not a pivotal moment. It's a sensational moment created by Rahul Gandhi in a very melodramatic fashion, and people are going to watch his conduct. He gave a speech. He is talking absolutely like dividing the caste into many subsections, and that is the pitch he is trying to hold in Raebareli when he gave his nomination speech there. So again, he is back to those caste-based censors, and everybody knows that Rajiv Gandhi, who destroyed Mandal Commission's report, he did not implement a Mandal Commission report. 2011, Congress government has been sitting on the caste census report. They did not implement upon it. They did not implement upon in Karnataka. They did not implement in Himachal Pradesh. In Karnataka, they had a backdoor entry of Muslims into the backward. So backward people know that if Rahul Gandhi comes, he is going to take away their existing quota and give it to Muslims. This is what Rahul Gandhi's diabolic character is being exposed. And that has been seen in the Congress-ruled state, how they betrayed backward. Now today he's talking like a champion. 90% people in India are backwards, and I need to do X-ray. Again, he's talking about the national X-ray, and he wants to redistribute.
But I'm saying attention has been diverted from the X-ray politics of Rahul Gandhi and the caste census. Kevin,
these are sensational moments, Megha.
But sensationalism in drama works in the world of politics and elections.
No, it doesn't.
Kevin Matthew Sunny, quickly getting a response from you. How do you view, while in Wayanad, you are at loggerheads with the Congress and Rahul Gandhi, you don't want him to contest the election, you want him to go to North, you want him to go to Uttar Pradesh and Amethi and Raebareli. Here you have it, fighting from Raebareli is Rahul Gandhi. India Alliance members, you are part of the alliance. Are you full stead in support of him?
Yes, Megha, the India Alliance is an alliance that has been brought up to fight the fascism that is the BJP is propagating in this country. And the honorable BJP representative who spoke before me, his words are exactly the problem with BJP is. After 10 years of being in power in the center, all he has to speak about, all the prime minister has to speak about, his, Muslims and Gandhi. There is nothing more he can speak about. And there's nothing more the BJP can speak about. And that exactly is the problem. So now things are taking a different turn. And so in Kerala, we might be on different sides of the plate, but the alliance is not relevant in Kerala because Kerala doesn't have a fascism. BJP is a zero here. Nobody cares about BJP here.
But you would rather
So
that he loses from Wayanad but win from Raebareli.
yes, because in Kerala the issues are different, and on that front we are at different. The left and the Congress are at different positions, and there are differences of opinion, but those are respectful politics and respectful political difference of opinions. So there are positions wherein we are not in agreement with Congress in Kerala, but that doesn't mean. So India, the idea of India, the idea of a socialist, democratic, secular fabric called India that we all learned about, which the BJP has been maligning for the past few years, when that idea of India is at stake, everything else, our political differences, are the smaller difficulties that we face, that fades away, because that is one evil that should go away from the face of this country.
Ashpreet,
And
would it not be wrong to say that while your chips are down, you lie low, and when you have the Modi wave that comes to an end in another 5 years or 10 years, is when you gather your cadre and allow for the momentum to be built, and then bring about all guns blazing against the next BJP without Modi, because frankly speaking, right now there is no face within the BJP that can replace Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
See, first and foremost, it's a given fact that the Bharatiya Janata Party is anxious, and the Bharatiya Janata Party's ghabrahat and bauchlahat is crystal clear. And given the fact that every single media outlet, every single person is talking about Mr. Gandhi. And this goes on to suggest that people prefer Mr. Gandhi over the divisive politics of the Bharatiya Janata Party. No one's talking about the propagandas of the Bharatiya Janata Party. No one's talking of the lies that the Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to spread. Every single person, every single media channel, every single panelist is talking about Mr. Gandhi. This goes on to suggest that hawa ka rukh Congress Party ki taraf hai.
But it could be good and it could be bad. We are talking about how the Congress, Rahul Gandhi has left his bastion for a safer seat. Isn't this a negative connotation that is going out to the people of the country, to the people of Amethi? In fact, in a couple of telecasts in the next couple of hours, I'm going to put out these reactions that are coming in from people on the ground, the voters on the ground, the public that actually matters. The people are going to come out and vote for the BJP or for the Congress or for the BSP when the elections happen in Raebareli and in Amethi. That's when we are going to know what exactly is the pulse on the ground. Yes, sir. You want to make a point? You want to make a point, Himanshu?
Please, if I may.
Yeah, okay, Ashpreet, go ahead. Yes.
If I may. So I apologize, given the election season, I'm having to travel. Nevertheless, I'll come to the point. First and foremost, the people of Amethi understand that, yes, they are members of the family of Mr. Gandhi, but so is the country. So are the members of Raebareli. So are members of every single state, every single constituency. And they understand that Mr. Gandhi does consider every one of them family. And the BJP ka parivar, the Modi ka parivar that the Bharatiya Janata Party talks about, there is no space for the poor. There is no space for the people who are living in opposition. There is no space for the minorities, for the oppressed. But on the other hand, Mr. Gandhi's family includes everyone, every single community, every single region, religion, every single state, every single person. Number two, the vote of Gandhi family, like the Bharatiya Janata Party's leader was talking about, is not confined to Raebareli. It spreads from west, from north to south, from east to
Okay,
west. And
okay, you
number
made
three,
that point. Yes, you made that point. Mukesh, quickly, 30 seconds before I wrap this up. How do you have to counter that?
You see, my
Just one
biggest
last-
worry is this is the ultimate phase of extinction of Congress, because Rahul Gandhi is going to lose in Wayanad and Rahul Gandhi is going to lose in Raebareli. So this will be the grand finale of Congress. This much I can tell you. And sensational moments cannot be counted as a political victory. It's a very counterproductive. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, this is a very dangerous political move which will go against the interest of Congress and entire India.
Okay.
For more such
all right.
videos,
On that
subscribe
note,
to the
I thank
NewsX
all of you for
YouTube channel,
joining me on the
hit the bell
telecast.
icon.